because the improvements for KSA, obviously learning from yesterday, is apparent in the standings. So now we get to see it and witness it against a team like the Philippines here. Now that we're jumping into the Land of Dawn, game number 1 here in the best of 3. KSA fighting for that second position within the group. Philippines already securing their spot here.
On to the EXP lane, the Philippines go to take and poke in Arlet. Now this is the thing, Uranus has been very effective amongst our games of the day. Half HP onto Ogun, still sustaining though. Troll, on the other hand, might be in trouble.
Yeah, he's quite aggressive, already going to flicker out. So, you know, this is something to be expected, if you will, for Troll on the Cho. Very comfortable pick for him so far. You saw, again, previous teams just kind of ban out all Troll's heroes. And even, let's just take a look at the emblems here.
And looking back on how they managed to do a mix and match here, we're seeing how the pokes will differ now for Coffin, knowing that he's up against either, again, the Angela. But at this point, trying to poke in Troll and Tarzan.
Kyle TZ quite low, getting some of that regen back. No follow-up though, just yet. Good response. Few now. Half health as well, Super Marco, to cover fire. They're going to back off, no one falling.
Okay, going back on the laning stage. Still securing Kyle TZ's momentum. Again, as a lane, but looking on the EXP, it's still the same thing, like cutting lanes, trying to aid on... okay.
Sanji though, not level 4 just yet. Kyle TZ able to get away with the Tempest of Blades. Sanji, if he was level 4, just a little bit more, that would have been the first blood. Still going to be going though. X-Bocked on the Uranus. Going back to the lane.
Yep, Impure Rage on to Coffin as the tier 3 emblem, getting in with the pokes here. If you're up against, well, a Fredrin or even an Angela, you want to get those pokes and spams just to force out the Heart Guard right away. But X-Bot is just the only one here for Team Philippines. Meanwhile, 3 from KSA, 4 present.
Okay, Kyle TZ working on his buff. Might just give it away as he does. So, Turtle secured here for KSA, off to a good start. And that's the thing, right, is if you can kind of continue to play around that KSA, getting those objectives. We saw this yesterday too, where, you know, Bane was planted into the jungle and it didn't work out too well, right? It just wasn't enough to deal with a lot of things being thrown at it. But this time already off to a better start, I would say.
Yeah.
And same thing too, Lark getting his hands on the Leslie like you mentioned in the draft. The true damage, the potential there is massive as long as you can get to that point. And we saw great things even from Lark individually. So hopefully he can continue to just farm up, right? Farm up the best he can here.
And looking at this one, it opted for a different route for the tier 3 emblem for Tarzan. Might be getting a good amount of damage. That's a poke.
Troll, look at that. Already with the Way of the Dragon. Comes out the Heart Guard. Tempest Blade's going to be committed as well. Still nobody falling down just yet. And that's what I'm talking about with the sustain. Troll still going to give the go signal with the G Kundo. Tarzan now trying to help him out. Still, look at that sustain keeping him going. It's tough to deal with here. And this was the question, going back to the whole talking points of it.
Yeah, that is
what can you do with the sustain?
Yeah, going out of a sticky situation that Coffin is giving out to the table, the Void Crystals, and that's one way of aiding your own goal lane. You have Ogun using the Heart Guard, using the Love Waves, being present in most of the times that there is an ultimate coming in from Coffin or even a setup from Troll. This prevents them from being in the back line in the Philippines, because once that they do, that they have a chance to even kick or do a setup just like Troll might be doing right now, he kind of be bursted down.
Yeah, Troll's doing an amazing job right now. All they need is a little bit of follow-up, right? They need to get to the point in the game where they can actually capitalize on what Troll is doing, and that would be great for KSA. As they start up the second turtle of the game, Philippines getting in position here. Few also sticking on Troll, trying not to let him find his target. There's the Way of the Dragon. Turtle going to be secured by Tarzan as well. Still looking for the pickup here. Can they escape it? Ogun going to be in trouble. Massive final slash, able to find the kill. Meanwhile, Troll will fall as well. X-Bocked also quite low, but going to regenerate that back up as he makes his way back to the lane. So far, though, quite even.
Yeah, being even. Kyle Teasy getting on his purple, securing more of the buffs and objectives and on their camp. I say they're trying to get on with the trade here. Yes, you take the turtle right out of our hands, but that's two. But they're willing to sacrifice it now because at the spike of the mid to late game, this is where the composition will shine for Team Philippines. You have a Claude, you have a Uranus. One thing that you consider here is the healing, the sustain, the ability to melt through KSA could happen either mid to late game, but right now we see how KSA is capitalizing on their early game window to mid, that they want to secure more of that momentum as they go up against Philippines.
Oh, look at that. Kyle Teasy quite low as well. Gets the hard guard here. Now Sanji going to be in trouble. Trying to keep alive here. Still, it's the 1 versus 2 essentially. Sanji will fall. Ogwin coming out in time for Kyle Teasy.
Staying alive. Ogwin onto the response of that ultimate. Now still being in a safe position here. Now with that kind of sustain, you need that amount of damage. Who's going to be the winning damage? Your Lark. We want to see more damage on how will it pull off into the gold lane. Looking at the state here, they're on the same level. We have level 8 between Super Marco and Ogwin. I say they're being patient. They're buying more time to how their winning condition will work.
All right, now to bottom lane, Pokes. Kyle Teasy making his way along with Ogwin and the rest of the crew here. Cuffin knows what's going on. Good thing, again, this is major for them. They got to keep Lark alive, just farming up. Most likely going to lose that tier 1 turret. Super Marco goes ahead and grabs that. Now all this leading to that next turtle. If KSA can secure themselves the 3rd one of the game, they still are off to a good start at keeping things relatively even in terms of economy here.
Well, economy could be even, but the push, even the turrets down taken by Philippines from KSA is almost 2 turrets down. Look at the macro response of Team Philippines up against KSA, but now a fight is about to break.
Lark's not there. Troll trying to find the right target, not going to be able to find it. Sanji with the final slash will go down here. Even into the RWM, still going to be looking for more. Troll quite low, has to get out. Cuffin in trouble, 1 hit away. Will find it with the Angela tied to Kyle Teasy as they find more, and Lark's a little bit too late to the party as 4 members of KSA fall.
Truly a worthy of a trade for Philippines, sacrificing Kyle Teasy, but that was 4 members down inside of KSA. Now they have more position. Supposedly they might want to take this 3rd turtle, but with that kind of fight, Philippines is now getting this first turtle objective of this game, and momentum slowly building up from this moment on.
Yeah, taking a look at the items too, you know, time after time with little skirmishes or team fights like that build up in terms of the gold lead. Again, it's still about 3,000 gold at this point. You can see too, majority of the players here working on that 2nd item now at this point. Now, Cuffin's still going to be crucial here in the team fight capabilities, especially around the objectives, right? He already has that Ice Queen wand, helps with the slow, but still what you're really banking on, again, with this lineup is Lark to be able to get that, you know, pretty much the first BOD that he's going to lock in here. He already has the Berserker's Fury, but still needs time to build up, right? And also the right setting here. Still few eyes set on Lark, going to push him back. Ogwin also taking the brunt of damage. Troll going to go in. Nice kick into the turret. Will find a kill on Ogwin. Now few going to be the focus of KSA. They can't quite get it because here comes Kyle Teasy. Now focusing down. Tempest Blade's going to come through. Finds another one. Chases Troll back. Philippines punishing KSA here.
Diverting with maximum damage output. Philippines securing that 2 kills. Tarzan and Cuffin, 2 kills over the jungle of KSA. Now they're pushing through a macro response here in the side of Team Philippines, breaking through turrets. Now, how do they want to even answer that? In KSA, we haven't seen damage yet building through the defense of Philippines. Now, 1 more kill goes to Kyle Teasy as a 5-1-3 and a turret down in mid.
Yeah, again, this is getting to the point, right, where KSA scrambling here. They can feel the pressure being put on by Team Philippines. Troll going to go in once again. Wrong target to kick, though. It is X-blocked. Tempest Blades under the turret, looking for Lark. Has the hard guard, too, in a bad position. And it will be a wipeout here as Philippines puts on the pressure.
3-13 Philippines. Now pushing through the last third of defense down bottom. Now Sanji here would be the last line of defense, but the problem is 3 waves are coming in right in the base of KSA. They need to defend this point if they want to push it through and survive the slaughter they've received early game.
Yeah, at this point, again, like I said, you know, this is very similar to what we saw from Philippines yesterday. Building into that lead, it's the 10-minute mark. This seems to be when they just flip the switch and just push on the gas. So KSA somehow, some way, has to defend this first Lord push. Already 2 turrets down in the base. It's going to be very crucial for them to stay into this if they want to. Again, you're talking about a very hard to deal with front line, right? In terms of just Xbox alone. As the Lord makes its way down the mid lane, KSA has to prep up for the defense.
Well, speaking of defense, Xbot just completely take a Twilight Armor. This reduces a single burst damage right on to KSA's skill output. So this is one way of like securing the fact that if he might be the first one to soak up the damage, he might be the one dictating how Philippines will rotate in the base of KSA. Now, Lord in the mid could be the defense of KSA now. Needs to happen.
Should make quick work of that. Again, it's only the first Lord of the game. Biggest thing is, can they hold on to that turret? It looks like so far so good. One more wave of powered up minions charging in. And it looks like Philippines has their eyes set on that last turret. They want to completely expose the base here. Kyle Teasy waiting patiently as well. There you go. Turret going to get whittled down here by Super Marco. They might try to punch it in. Hard guard along with the Ling. There's the Tempest of Blades looking for the kill on Troll. They can't find it. Still held on. Sanji low as well. Blazing to it, pushing them back. Tarzan will fall. Crystal is going to be worked on. Still holding on. Final Slash to buy some time. But it's not enough as Philippines takes game 1.
Strong, clean start for Team Philippines in the series 1-0. A great way of combining more of the layers of attack and skills right onto KSA. A complete dominant start for this match.